Yeah, because sometimes people say, how can you tell if something's edible or not, you know? And I said, sometimes, like, this leaf is quite soft and just the colour of it. No, I don't know if it's edible or not because I don't know this plant, but there's something about it that suggests that it probably would be. And if you don't know if it's edible, you can just try a little bit. Like one thing you can do is you just rub the leaf on your arm, and if you don't get any irritation, that's a good start. You really should wait like 5 minutes or something like that. And if you don't get any irritation, well then you can say, okay, I'll try a little bit. And I say that the rule of thumb, so your thumbnail, just try a little bit, like maybe like that. And you can just rub it on your lips as well. And you can wait a few minutes, and if you don't get any irritation on your lips as well, that's the second test. Yeah, just try a little bit. Unusual. It's a little bit, it's a bit an acrid taste. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that one's edible or not. But that's the third step, is to try it, but don't swallow. And yeah, I don't know. I don't like the taste of that. There's something about that I don't like, so I'm not going to swallow it. But if you try it and it seems okay, then the fourth step you can swallow. So you can follow that sort of technique to try something if you're not sure if it's edible or not. So yeah, I'm not sure. That one's got a taste that it's not quite good. But if you do it that way, that's really not enough to really do you any harm. Caroline was just talking about a woman in Ubud who runs herbal walks, and when I was here last year I did a herbal walk for 3 hours through the rice paddies with, the name of the company was Barley Herbal Walks, and I just noticed this year that there's another company called Barley Green Walks. So there's two of them in Ubud who actually are running these herbal walks here, and they're also running one at, I don't think I'm pronouncing this correctly, but Jati Louis. Right? Yeah. So there's a herbal walk being run there as well. So there are some local people who are running them.
Yeah, because like that, see, they will walk along the edge of the rice field like this.
Yes.
And then you have all the stuff, you can forage for all the stuff there.
Yeah, so that's well worth doing, is going on one of the local walks, you know. For me it was very interesting because I got to see things like vanilla and things like that, which we don't have at home, so that was really fascinating to actually see things that we buy as spices at home actually growing on trees in a natural environment. This water cabbage, this little guy here, we call it water cabbage, and I think here it's called water lettuce. And a lot of people don't know it's edible. It's used generally as an ornamental plant, but it actually is edible. You need to cook it beforehand. You can't eat it raw. So you just, would take the leaves off the top and then you would cook those. It doesn't taste really good. It's mainly being used in times of famine. So yeah, it's not a great tasting plant, but if you didn't have anything else to eat, certainly that will provide you with some nutrition. So yeah, in China, for example, it's been used in times of famine as a famine food, and yeah, fine once you cook it, but not so great on the taste.
No, the Japanese eat this.
Oh, the leaves or the root, I wonder. I wonder if they eat the tuber.
They eat the leaves.
The leaves?
Yeah.
Wow, very tough. You'd have to cook them for a while, wouldn't you?
But the Balinese don't.
Yeah, I don't know the water of the hyphens too well because you don't even need a whole leaf because it is so sweet. But anyway, try one. Good stuff, Sylvia. I was just saying I dry it at home. It's really great just to add to drinks and things because I know you're not supposed to eat sugar, but I have a really bad sweet tooth. Yeah. So this is a terrific alternative because it gives you the sugar taste without all the yucky stuff that sugar does to you. Right. It's yummy, isn't it? Isn't it delicious? Yeah.
Yes.
You're just going to see these plants like disappear. Come out. It's like, hey, where did the stevia go?
Yeah.
And we've got something similar at home as well. But this is a type of Persicaria, and Vietnamese mint is Persicaria odorata, like odorata as in...
Just odor,
yeah. and the one that we've got at home is Persicaria decipiens. And the Persicaria decipiens that we have has really long pink flowers, whereas this one here, I don't know what sort of Persicaria this is specifically, but I can tell by looking at it that it is a Persicaria. And so I would assume that this one is going to be edible as well. A bit tougher than ours. Yeah, same as ours. Very little flavour at all. Doesn't have really any flavour. Like Vietnamese mint is beautiful. It's got that wonderful taste, but this is kind of bland. But being green leaves, it'll be nutritious. We use the Persicaria at home just in our, we're making like a spinach pie or something like that. We chop it up, just put it in spinach pie. And I would say that if you use the really tender leaves on the end of that would be pretty much the same. Nothing very exciting about it, but it's green. It'll be nutritious. Not much to it.
How much of the plants do you eat raw and do you cook?
Most of them I eat raw.
Raw?
Most of them are good because raw food hasn't been destroyed by the cooking process, so the nutritional value is higher of things that are raw. And if you're cooking them, it's good not to cook them too much.
Okay.
The more you cook them, the more likely that you'll destroy the nutrients.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, most of the stuff we have raw or just really lightly steamed. Yeah, like marigolds and calendulas and do you get any dandelions here? I haven't seen any anywhere here.
I don't think so.
Dandelions, a few if you're lucky. I always blow them out though.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because they're good because you can eat the leaves of the dandelion. It's really bitter, but it's really good for you. No, that's not a dandelion. I don't know what that one is. No, that looks like some kind of daisy. Rose petals you can eat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes good. It tastes good.
It tastes good, yeah.
The smell of rose.
Yeah, a little bit of rose, yeah. So yeah, rose petals, fuchsias, yeah, dandelion flowers you can eat.
Edible?
Well, Chinese gooseberries are, and this is it black on the inside of the flower? Yeah, I can't tell for sure. Yeah, that looks like a Chinese gooseberry to me because it looks very similar to what we've got at home. And if it is, it's just that little berry on the inside that will be edible.
Do you eat this raw or
Yeah, you
cooked?
can. Yeah, raw. You can eat them raw. Usually when they go yellow though, because this one's still green.
Okay.
I have to ask.
How do you know? Like the yellow one under there? There's a yellow one that just fell.
Usually, yeah, it goes all yellow. I don't know. I'm going to ask these guys whether they know because it looks so similar. But our plant at home's got much fatter leaves. It doesn't have long, thin leaves like this. Has got much fatter leaves. So I'd say that this plant is related to Chinese gooseberry.
So it might be edible and it might not be.
Chinese gooseberry or Cape gooseberry? Cape gooseberry. I'm just wondering. Zuccarino, do you know this one here?
What?
Is that edible? Do you know? It looks a lot like a plant we have at home.
Really?
Yeah, that we eat the berries, but our
Can you eat
plant.
this?
I don't know because it looks like one we have at home.
What's it called? What's it called?
Is it a gooseberry?
Yes.
It is. It is a gooseberry because we have gooseberries at home, but the leaves are much bigger.
It's a local.
Is it gooseberry?
I think so.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a small one. I eat
That-
the fruits.
Yeah, you eat the fruits? Yeah, that's what I thought because I wasn't sure because ours at home, the leaves are a different shape. They're much more round. Yeah. Yeah, ours they call them Cape gooseberries at home. Yeah, Cape gooseberries. Those there.
What is this?
This guy here, there's tons of it here. There's, ouch. Oh, what's so spiky? Oh, it's a really spiky amaranth. That's bizarre. Oh, that's really weird. We don't have that.
Yeah, come on.
So what exactly do you eat on this amaranth?
That was a bad place to stand. Amaranth. Amaranth is a really great plant. It's actually one of the oldest food plants. I was just saying, Michelle, that amaranth is one of the oldest food plants on the planet.
Yeah.
And amaranth, you can eat the leaves of the amaranth. This one's really unusual. It's actually got spikes on it, which I've never seen before.
Yeah, I just stepped on.
And so you can eat the leaves. I'll see if I can find a better one. This looks a bit tough. But the other thing with the amaranth is that you can eat the grains.
Oh.
You make a flour out of the
Oh, I
grains.
see that, yeah.
So like that. See the black
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
black guys?
Seeds.
That's actually the amaranth seeds. I'm just going to walk out of this patch because
Yeah.
it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the amaranth seeds, the little black guys there, they're the that's the actual seed. So what I've done at home is I've got some amaranth on my dining room table. Ouch!
Careful.
It's a spiky amaranth. They're so bizarre.
You like the car?
And what I've done is I've laid out some newspaper and I've put all the seeds out like that and let them dry. And then what you do is just put them in a bowl or something, and then
Yeah.
you want to be able to just blow lightly enough that the light stuff leaves, and then you've just got the seeds. The seeds are heavier. And I've got about 3 cups of seeds at home now from my amaranth plants. And I've been grinding it and putting it into bread. That's really nice, actually. It's got a really nice flavour, yeah. So, and it's gluten-free, so for people who don't like gluten.